year began with the 28th playing of the 4-ball tournament at Kinderloo Forest Golf Club in Valdosta Country Club, where the McDonough duo of Rick Dubose and David Maddox had 3 birdies in the final round to hold off the field by 1 stroke and capture the title at 9 under par. It was a cold and windy weekend for the Senior Match Play Championship at Horseshoe Bend Country Club, and after a scare in the quarterfinals round that went 19 holes, Jeff Belk never looked back, claiming the title with a 2-1 win over Doug Stiles in the championship match. Len McWilliams of Ellerslie won the Super Senior Match Play title with his 5-3 victory over David Nichols of Roswell. It was an exciting weekend at the 45th Georgia 4-Ball Championship, which was hosted by Glen Arvin Country Club, a GSGA founding member club. Will Evans and Michael Standard of McDonough posted an incredible final round 63, outdoing 36-hole leaders Billy Mitchell and Chris Waters for the title. Augusta Country Club hosted the 35th Mid-Amateur Championship. Club member John Engler Jr. went into the final round with a 1-stroke lead and never relinquished it. Engler was one of only 4 players to finish under par for the championship, with his score of 6 under par, giving him a 1-stroke victory over Taylor Smith of Covington. The Women's Match Play Championship returned to Sunset Hills Country Club in Carrollton, the home of Georgia Golf Hall of Famer Louise Suggs. By the end of the week, another Georgian named Louise would make her presence known. Louise Yu of Duluth dominated the event despite a strong field made up of many of the top female golfers in the state. She had match play victories of 8-7, 5-4, 4-2, and finished with a 4-3 victory over Anna Buchanan of Athens to win the Louise Suggs Trophy. Athens Country Club hosted the inaugural Georgia Junior Championship in 1966, so it was only fitting that it returned a half a century later. The 50th playing was one of the closest and hardest fought competitions of the year. Justin Kim of Rome entered the final round with a 3-stroke lead and withstood a charge from Alex Ross of Atlanta to win the championship with a score of 2 over par, 212. The 37th Georgia Girls Championship at Reynolds Lake Oconee saw one of the most exciting finishes in the event's history. The championship was up for grabs the entire final round of the 54-hole competition, with 5 players holding or sharing the lead throughout the day. But it was reigning champion Lauren Lightfritz of Sewanee who emerged from the pack to successfully defend her title as Georgia Girls Champion. With a field loaded with great champions, the 35th playing of the Top 60 Women's Classic saw one of the state's best junior players claim the trophy. It was Elisa Yang of Norcross who shot an even par 72 to come from behind for her first win in a GSGA competition. Historic Idle Hour Club in Macon hosted the 41st Georgia-South Carolina Junior Challenge match. After 2 days of exciting matches between some of the best junior golfers in each state, the Peach State and Palmetto State finished in an 8-8 tie. Georgia leads the all-time series 24-13 with 2 ties. The 43rd season of the Junior Sectional program culminated at the end of July with the Junior Sectional Challenge match at Callaway Gardens. All 7 sections brought strong teams to the event, but after 2 days on the Mountain View and Lakeview courses, the Southwest section emerged victorious after withstanding a strong Day 2 comeback attempt by the West section. This was the Southwest section's 6th challenge match victory. On the first week of August, the Super Senior Championship was held at Heron Bay Golf Club in Locust Grove. After the first round, 4 players were tied for the lead at 4 under par. However, Bill Leonard followed his opening round 68 with a 69 in the final round to win his 2nd Super Senior title. The top 4 finishers from each state's girls' championship headed to the Landings Club in Savannah to compete in the 11th Georgia-South Carolina Girls Junior Challenge match. The team of Lauren Lightfritz, Elisa Yang, Louise Yu, and Tiffany Kang did just that with a resounding 18-6 victory. After day 1 of play at the Women's Southeastern Challenge match, Team Georgia led Alabama and Florida 10.5, 8.5 to 8, respectively. Intense rainfall caused matches on the second day to be canceled, and as a result, Georgia brought home the trophy based on day 1 results. Georgia Golf Hall of Fame member Laura Coble of Augusta came to House and Lake Country Club looking for her 3rd straight Senior Women's Championship. After back-to-back rounds of 74, she did just that, dominating the field with a 9-stroke victory. The Legends at Chateau Elan hosted the 30th Georgia Senior Championship and proved to be a difficult test for the best senior players in Georgia. Chris Hall won his first senior championship title by finishing as the only player in the field under par. Hall led wire to wire after a first round 69 and finished with a 2 under par 214 to win by 3 strokes. The 28th Georgia Public Links Championship was played at Cobblestone Golf Course and showcased one of the most impressive performances of the year. Chris Waters tied the lowest 18-hole score in tournament history in round 1. Waters never looked back and cruised to a 7-stroke victory. River Forest Golf Club in Forsyth hosted the Women's Team Championship for the first time in 2016. And one of its members, Girapon Carlson of Macon, along with partner Kay Yoon of Johns Creek, paired up to collect their first title at this competition. After an incredible week of matches at Rivermont Golf Club, Stan Gann Jr. and Kane Whitehurst advanced to the championship match of the 98th Atlanta Amateur Match Play. The back-and-forth match came down to the final hole, and Stan Gann Jr. held off Whitehurst, defeating him on the 18th hole to capture the Lowry Arnold Trophy. Gann relied on his putter, which would deliver 6 birdies in the hard-fought championship match. The Legends at Chateau Elan hosted the event, and the GSGA finished day 1, leading the 41st playing 8.5 to 7.5, but trailed early in singles the next day. Despite a furious comeback filled with great shots, Team GSGA fell just short to the Georgia PGA team with the final score of 16.5 to 15.5. It was a weekend for the record books during the 24th Georgia Team Championship at the Georgia Club. Cartersville Country Club posted the lowest score in the history of this competition at 22 under par 338, winning by an incredible 13 strokes over runner-up St. Ives Country Club. The Savannah duo of Jack Hall and Doug Hansel successfully defended their title and won with an 18 under par total at Spring Hill Country Club in Tifton. Down the road at Sunset Country Club in Moultrie, Bill Leonard of Kennesaw and Don Marsh of Johns Creek got off to a fast start and won the Super Senior 4-Ball Championship by 4 strokes.
Good morning and welcome. This is the championship match for the Centennial Georgia Amateur Championship.
Winning 5 matches in 3 days at Capital City Club Brookhaven, Colin Bowles' victory made him the youngest to win the Georgia Amateur Championship since the very first winner 100 years ago, 14-year-old Bobby Jones. Bowles used Cup's corner of 16, 17, and 18 at the Brookhaven course to come from behind and cement his name in Georgia golf history.